Yes, yes, family tree. Welcome to another movement research. And today we're going to be exploring some very, very soft acrobatic realms and building upon a very, very simple foundation, which gives a very, very juicy variation today. So we're going to keep it nice and swift and simple. Two movements that we're going to work with: lateral hop and a baby cartwheel. And so the lateral hop is simply hands reaching past the feet. I'm closing through the body and I'm hopping my feet past the hands. Notice I'm pushing off the leading foot and kicking up the trailing leg to switch across. Also with this one, I talk a lot in the movement research of letting our personality of our anatomy and our body and our strength show up. So we don't have to be too prescriptive into the engagement and the points and that. If it feels right, it's probably right. If it feels wrong, you're still right. And we can adjust accordingly to the nature and the rhythm of our body. So with this lateral hop, I'm being quite laissez-faire with the legs. Can bend the legs, can compress the legs. We can play with hang time, the height of the knees, the distance of the thighs away from the belly. And that's our lateral hop there, foundation number one, nice and simple. Next one, our baby cartwheel. Same entry point, nice wide malleable stance in our body. Instead of closing across, we open the body now. So if I'm leading through this right side, my right hand comes down, then I reach further, hop, and land facing back to where we came from now, in our foundation of our baby cartwheel. Making sure to repeat both sides. Hand, reach, hop, and land. This one, let's keep the feet low actually on this one. On this baby owl. So instead of all the weird and wonderful variations, we'll actually just keep the feet low. Thighs nice and close towards the chest. Like so. With this one as well, what's really, really important is anchoring down through the planted leg. With a lot of new students of mine, when I'm first kind of doing this work, is sort of venerating the whole movement a little bit too much, and not just taking it step by step. Remember, the floor in this mixed movement realm is really our friend. And the floor is there to uphold us, to lift us, to give us energy, not take it away. So as we land strong in that planted foot. So then we give ourselves options. The hands can lift. We can lift up through the body. There's a lot more control. Rather than what we see commonly with people new to this movement is kind of just disempowering yourself by not using the floor, worrying so much about the push of the hands that the legs just forget that they even have a job here. So make sure as we land, strong, and we have all of this beautiful time to come up. So now this is where it gets really, really fun. And you know what, the movement is even simpler. It's even easier because we're not scissor switching the legs like we've just been doing on those two previous ones. We're actually just going to find a little bit of this standing splits hop. Hopping side to side. And this is the hardest thing about this variation. Hop, hop, hop. Hardest thing there. So, next bit, nice and easy. All we're doing now, we'll come back to the first drill, the lateral monkey. But in this one, we push off the leading foot and we land on the leading foot. So as I reach across, we hop and land. So then from here, I can place the foot down. And we want to end up facing the opposite direction to where we started. So notice I'm starting facing this way. I reach across to the right, hop off the right foot, land on the right foot, and then I land up strong, facing this new direction, just for now. So, few details on top of this, or one simple detail. That tail, call this one kind of like the hopping Meia or the backwards Jaguar. So as I reach across, the tail here, long and strong. Energy through the leg, which helps keep tension through the body to come up a little bit easier. If this leg is a little bit slack, it makes things wobbly and we get really clumsy in the movement. But when we keep tonality in the leg, it helps bring us up. Long and strong, and it pulls the body up rather than us having to force the movement. So that's our hopping Meia or a backwards Jaguar, because we're kicking heel side. If you notice, we're going backside through the movement. Backside. Reach across. Backside. And then with that tension in the leg, we start to have options. So now the tail can actually steer us into a direction that we want to go. We can start to work with these beautiful spiral lines in our movement, which help with continuation, transitions, which help with flow. So working in these spirals. So that's our backwards Jaguar. Don't know, I'm giving so many names. It's all semantics anyway. If it feels good in the body, let the body do the talking. So next one, exactly the same. I'm sure putting 2 and 2 together, you're going to realize exactly what we have to do with our baby owl. Single leg, pushing and landing. This time, instead of closing across the body, we open in the frame. Hand, reach, single leg hop and land. Hand, reach, single leg hop and land. I'm not going to mince this one. Exactly the same premise. We don't need to overcomplicate it. It's exactly the same. This time we can call it our front Jaguar because we're traveling front side. Now we're leading with the toe. So head, new angle, open, single leg hop. Open. So where it starts to get really fun now, even though I said before it was really fun, super mega awesome fun, we can start to pull these 4 variations together. This position here can be an anchor for decision making. Every time I bring my feet here, I can choose if I want to go across. So I'm here, I can choose if I want to open. I can choose if I want to cut across and switch the legs. Or I can choose if I open up, switch the legs, or single leg hop. And then they can really start to bleed from one into the next. And it's so bloody simple and feels so good in the body, which is why we're doing this. Aesthetic is one thing, but letting it feel rhythmical and flow in the research portion at least is what's really kind of nourishing in our practice. So a little example now of just pulling them together. Baby cartwheel, front jag, lateral hop, hopping Meia. That last one there was a bit of a flex. But The last one there actually is a progressive movement based on the beauty of these foundations. There. When we really start to feel comfortable with all the options, the trajectories, left and right, then we're starting to create building blocks without even realizing as well. So I hope that movement research served you well. Happy exploring. If there's any confusions, leave a little bit of a comment. If you liked this video, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it, that's calm. But maybe offer a little bit of constructive feedback or criticism in the comments box. And I will do my flipping best to accommodate for you guys into future videos as well. So, love, 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 family tree. Happy exploring in a bit.